when you get a diagnosis, hello y'all, I'm Dianna Brianne. I don't give advice, suggestions, information, recommendations. I just share with you my perspective on different topics, as is with this one. I hope you like, share, subscribe to all 5 of my channels. The links are pinned to the top of the comment section below. You know, when you get a diagnosis, it can be very scary. No matter what the diagnosis is, if it's a large enough diagnosis. And, you know, I had a couple times where I had a potential diagnosis and it was very scary. And yet I realized that I could let it scare me or I could be strong through it. And I chose to be strong. And fortunately, it all turned out well. And I have had others who got a diagnosis that wasn't so good. And for me, it was very scary and frightening and a very challenging and difficult time. And yet, there again, we can either be weakened through a diagnosis or we can be strong through it. And I've chosen to be the strength to help get someone else through a diagnosis. And even when I was going through my own, I chose to be strong. And that's not always easy. And some people have a difficult time even digesting the concept of getting a diagnosis. But what I did is I surrounded myself with people who loved me, who cared about me. Maybe they didn't have the answers, and sometimes people try real hard to come up with an answer, and they do it out of love, and that's what's amazing about people. It may not be the right answer, but at least we know that we're loved, that they care, that they're trying. And so for me, when someone else that I love has gotten a diagnosis, I am there for them 100%. They need my strength, not my weakness. And so I go into strong mode. I go into drawing on my superpowers, so to speak, and become the strong one for them. And that's all the more reason to take care of myself so that I can be strong for the other person. Because if I'm weak or if I'm falling apart, I'm not going to be any good for them. And so I believe in surrounding oneself with the right professionals that can help guide them and navigate them and help them through this process. I believe in surrounding oneself with comfort people. I believe in getting the right information. And I believe, if possible, taking the time to make the right decisions. Because right decisions during a time of diagnosis, like any other crisis, can determine how something turns out. And so we have to remember that diagnosis or any other kind of crisis can be a very emotional roller coaster. And so it's just very, very important to be able to weather that storm through comfort people and through people who are wise and or professionals in that area. And remember, not all professionals are equal. And sometimes getting a second or a third opinion can be a very, very good thing. Always have an advocate, someone who goes with you, if at all possible. Even if it's your old Aunt Clara, just sitting there in a chair, often you'll get a different kind of treatment and a different level of treatment when you have someone else with you. And if you can have an informed person with you, that's even better, okay? So I thought I would just come on here and talk briefly about my thoughts on diagnosis. I talk about a lot of subjects, and this is just one more that I cover. From my house to yours, may God bless you. I hope you like, share, subscribe, and I hope to talk to you soon again. Bye-bye.